What do you think you wouldn't be doing now that had you not worked there or been the employee you were? Like, what are the skills you learned directly from them that you still do today?
Okay. From all the businesses? Or just
just
as
from
general?
your career as an employee.
I think the fact that I started off working at Multiplex was good for me because it toughened me up. Like, I thought I was pretty tough to begin with, 22-year-old going into a business, a construction company. I thought I was going to walk in there day one, tell everyone how to build. Like, I'm going to take over the world. Give me the project manager role day one. And man, I walked in there and they opened up the drawings. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? I had no idea about anything. Like, I was bottom of the food chain. But what that did was, because it was a very much sink or swim scenario, like you were put in high pressure situations from an early stage, that it toughened me up and also gave me just that appreciation of what a hard day's work is. Not physically, funny enough, because I'd done the hard physical stuff. And that's probably where I had that false sense of understanding of what the role was going to be, because I worked as a labourer, I was doing carpentry work on my dad's construction sites and all that sort of stuff. And then I went into this corporate scenario, or an office building a construction site team of about 30, 40 people, building some office towers in the city. And it was big. There was long hours. There were people there that were very smart, high pressure, a lot of yelling, screaming, pushing, and just high pressure scenarios. It wasn't just me, like everyone was like that. So that was one thing that I definitely took from that business specifically. And then I carried that on, I think, throughout all my career, even at the other organizations.
You carried what on?
Like that level of working hard and being like putting yourself in that high pressure situation. Like, just, no, let's get it done. Let's go. Like, always moving. Not staying not just, wow, 3:30 on a Friday. Let's have a drink. It's like, no, you still got 2 hours worth of work. Hurry up. I'm coming in on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I did take that with me, and I think that helped me in my career, because maybe it's because it wasn't such a common thing amongst people. So when they saw someone come in like that, it was like, oh, fuck, what's this guy serious? When I was at BuildCept, I was always the first one in the office. Bar a few times one of the directors was in there earlier than me. But I was always there at least 7 a.m. But generally between 6:30 and 7 a.m. every single day. I was the first employee in the office, always. But I kind of, again, wore that like a badge of honor. Like, oh, this is me. This is what I do. I'm going to be the one that known to be coming to work early. And I also like just getting my coffee in the morning, chilling out before the day actually started. So that's definitely one thing I took along with me.
The hard work.
I think it's more the persistence. Like, when I say persistence, I mean the constant moving forward. Like, just always doing something, not just, all right, let's go. Let's go on my phone for the next hour. See what I mean? I never felt like there was days where I was lazy. There was one period, actually, I'm going to take that back. There was one time when I was at Abbey Group and we'd finished a big project, and I was in between projects, and I literally had nothing to do. I was in an office and I had nothing to do. And it was like, I was so bored that I ended up just like, I found an old some office supplies in an office, and I just put it on eBay for something to do and just sold it.
Cash?
Yeah. Not butting, like I just went and bought lollies or, I don't know, something for the office with it. I had nothing to do. And I found, funny enough, that period was, for me, difficult. Because I was so bored.
3 years.
I reckon it would have been a period of maybe 6 weeks.
Fuck, that's ages.
Look, it wasn't completely nothing, but they were insignificant tasks. Like, print, review this report. Oh, okay. Just stupid, minuscule things. Like, I had no purpose behind what I was doing other than just filling in the day. And that's where I probably realized that I need to keep busy. I think that was maybe something that came to me then, that I need to be busy and doing something. Otherwise, I'll go the complete opposite. And that's probably why I don't pick up video games much these days. Because it's like, I'll play, and I'm like, cool, I'm going to play for 7 hours. Don't talk to me. And if I'm not busy, then that's when I start to get lazy and just rest and sit back and don't do anything and go the other extreme. So that's why I find myself, I always want to keep moving forward and doing things.
Here's a question. So you worked in, you said you were building office towers?
Yeah, it was like a $300 million job.
So why don't you do that now? That's a good question. Throwing you under the bus.
No. There's a level of not ability. What's the word I'm looking for? I have to work up to it. I can't just go win a $300 million job tomorrow.
Of course, yeah. You don't have the capacity.
The capacity, that's what I'm looking for. It's not capacity. It's even from a financial point of view. Like, I could win the job, but the bank won't approve me building it. Like the financier. Say if it's being financed by NAB, they're going to say, no, this builder doesn't qualify for you to use them. They're at too high risk because they've never done a job like that before. So there is that element too. So you kind of have to build your way up to it. So it would have to be, cool, we've done a $6 million job, then you do a 10, then you do a 15, then you do a 30, and you move up like that.
Is that the goal?
No, not specifically. My goal is to make as much money as possible on every single project, regardless of its size. So I'm more focused on that aspect. Because look, the thing with that space particularly, it's like the bigger the job, the smaller the margin.
Percentage?
As a percentage, yes.
Yeah, who cares?
I care.
Why?
There's a lot more.
So would you rather make 25% on
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Or would you rather make 10% on a $4 million?
Yeah, but then it's okay. Like the other day, say, okay, cool. More money, more problems, as in the bigger the risk.
Yeah.
So the smaller the margins, the risks are still there from a construction perspective. And they're generally, if something fucks up, it's a significant amount more to fix too.
Yeah.
So it's all relative in that regard.
So why don't you just do bathroom rentals then? I mean, if that's the mentality.
Because
you have bigger margins
on
and
those,
way less risk. I mean, there's no structural stuff.
Yeah, but the percentage difference is vastly different.
You might make 50% on a bathroom rental.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but but it gets to that point though. I just don't.
I'm challenging you here.
Yeah, I know. I just there's too many factors in construction for me to feel comfortable doing it at those prices. So I know, for example.
Okay, so you're not comfortable doing it. That's what you said. It's too much risk. There's too much risk. For the amount of money, it's too much risk. Like, okay, you're saying you're going to make $3 million. Define too much.
You're going to say, okay, you're saying you're going to make however much, $5 million on this build.
Cash.
Yeah. Under the table.
Define too much risk. A lot of risk, high risk, too much risk.
I'd say high risk.
It's high risk.
Yeah, it's construction at the end of the day. There's so many moving parts in it. You know, I'd love
very high money too.
Yeah, I know, but okay, doing $100 million in a media deal or social media or doing something like that, there's not as many moving parts. There's not as many variables in that regard and things that could cost you potential money in that space. You're very reliant on, like the thing with construction I find, is you're just reliant on people to do their job to the best of their ability and not make any mistakes.
Yeah.
And it always happens. Every job, like you've known the shit that I'm going through at the moment with a couple of our projects. We've had some significant problems on there that have cost a lot of money to fix. And then you look at it and you go, okay, we've delivered that project. We've got it all done. It was probably our biggest project to date from a single monetary value. Lesser margins than what I go on other projects as well. But then as a result of some of these fuck-ups that have happened along the way and mistakes that have just happened, you know, it's not because we're poor quality builders or anything. It's just human nature. I've put it in humans' hands and humans have fucked it. But I have to pay for it, or the company has to pay for it, sorry. And things have got to come into play there. So I look at that and go, okay, so from a strategic point of view, for me to go out now and get another 2-3 apartment projects, would we learn from our lessons on that one? Yes, absolutely. But looking at the time, the risks, the resources, everything that's associated with that, I can do another project half the value, 3/4 of the value, and make significantly more money on that. So I'd rather do 10 of those projects than one of that.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.